Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the NEKO Alpha Show live from Tokyo, bringing you the Japan-related alpha and more from the United NEKO Alliance on the ground here in Japan. If you're joining us live, sorry for the little technical mishap in our first stream, but we got to reset and we're all good to go. If you're watching later, don't worry about it. You didn't notice it. So I'm Reno, here with my co-hosts and United NEKO Alliance co-founders, Neil and Steve.
GM, Neil here. Welcome, everybody.
GM, good morning from Steve.
So in today's show, we have a pretty standard format. We're going to go through a quick Spaces recap. We had a great Spaces turnout earlier this week, Tuesday morning. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll jump into the alpha, and thereafter, we will do the community updates. Lots of stuff moving there as well. Before we start, please remember this is not financial advice. Do your own research. This is just our commentary, info sharing, and hopefully it's a little bit entertaining as well. So with that, let's hop into the Spaces recap.
Well, we had two really good guests who joined us. First was the Meta Kawaii project, and it was introduced by 0x Salary, who explained about the project. This is going to be a fashion and avatar project. They're going to be creating a set of PFPs, avatars, that is going to be the sort of the first step of the project. And then as a second step, with those characters, they're going to be creating a fashion brand. So it's a digital and physical fashion brand. It's a Japan-based project. It's going to have Japanese created art. The art so far is created in Japan by the artist who is Meta Kawaii, Kawaii being his last name. But it's a play on words. Kawaii with a double I means cute. With the single I is the family name. But we'll put some links down below. But they're going to be using the characters and making a physical and digital fashion brand for the metaverse. So we'll see how that develops. They're going to be doing airdrops for digital sneakers, access passes to various content, commercial rights grants, tickets to related events, and other utilities. So they've got a very ambitious roadmap ahead. We'll be interested to see that. It was a really good discussion during the Spaces with 0x Salary, and it was great to kind of hear the vision and get people's takes on it. So please listen to that in our recorded Spaces. Next, we had go ahead, Reno.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just going to mention that it's been a while since we talked to a project that very specifically has goals to swing back around after their NFT launch, to swing things back around into the physical world. So it's been quite a while since we've talked to a project that wanted to do that. Maybe it was Hoshino Shoes or something was the last one completely dedicated to that. But so interesting to see that people are still chasing that.
Yeah, I would also say Usagi Duck, right? Because now has plans to make her plushies.
Exactly. Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. We have talked to someone recently. We actually did an interview with her. You can check that out in the library there. You'll see a nice big thumbnail that says Usagi Duck, and she breaks down her whole motivation plan, and of course creating the plushies. So yeah, good catch, Neil. I forgot about that one.
We also talked to Mrs. NFT, who's a longtime friend of the show, and our Spaces came on and talked about Joepeg's NFT JP. And so Joepeg's is a marketplace based on the Avalanche chain, which itself is based on the Trader Joe trading platform. But they are creating a Japanese version of the Joepeg's marketplace, and Mrs. NFT is working on that. They're looking to onboard between 5 and 10 artists initially, and once they do that, Japanese artists, and once they do that, they're going to have a dedicated Japanese page for the Japanese market. So, like I said, it's an international marketplace based on the Avalanche chain for projects on Avalanche, based on the Trader Joe's trading system, and what the team is doing and what she was talking about is if Japanese projects get involved, everything will be taken care of by the team. So it's free to mint. They work on the smart contract for them. They give support, and they give marketing support, which includes international promotion and marketing. So it's actually could be a nice way for new projects to get into the space, get on a marketplace and start selling. So they'll help local artists get exposure and get buyers internationally. And they also introduced, Mrs. NFT introduced a project that's one of the first in Japan. It's the SweetChickClub, and they've created a project called the Sweet Avalanche Chick project. So we talked to her a little bit as well, that artist, and it was nice to get her take on it and hear about the things that the team is doing to help support the ecosystem.
Yeah, just might be worth mentioning. So uh, the Sweet Chick Club artist is also an artist in Very Long. So she's got the very long animals in a barrel is another one of her collections. You can see her Twitter here. Her PFP is animal in a barrel. And it actually looks like a chick, so that kind of relates to her sweet chick thing.
I just want
But
to
it's
jump in
just
here to laugh a little bit.
yeah.
That's all I got. Just some laughter. That's it. It's
I mean, it's
these projects are
it's
hilarious.
just yeah. I mean, it's also just so interesting, like sort of how this whole scene is like so incestuous. Like everybody is, joining in, collaborating in these different projects, right? So Sweet Chick Club going to be one of the first projects on one of the first Japanese artists on Joepegs, but also contributor to Very Long community.
And that very long community just keeps rolling, just keeps expanding. It's such a force in the Japanese NFT space. Um, and the spaces was great. Not only did we have Akeem from Very Long and other Very Long people joined us, so many other people that we met overseas joined us as well, which was really amazing. We met so many people overseas who are interested in the Japanese NFT space, and a lot of them joined us a couple days ago. So it was great to get the feedback from some of them. One person who joined us, who we hung out with a lot in New York, was Now Kondo-san of the Usagi Duck project. And she joined us and talked a little bit about our project. And there was some alpha that happened in real time during the spaces.
Yeah, she was just. I mean, she literally just revealed, I think, minutes before our spaces. So that was just happening, and you can see and of course that one is on Optimism. So here's the chaotic website showing the collection, the revealed Usagi ducks, looking pretty good. And yeah,
The reaction was really positive. Everybody thought they were really cute. A lot of fun stuff going on with these guys.
yeah, I mean, she did manage to mint out 8.8 of a planned 10K mint, and yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But she's got some big plans, as we were mentioning, her plushies and various other things. And we also mentioned Very Long, and I think this one was just over a week ago, but I think we forgot to mention it in our show last week. But VeryLongTown revealed, and here's you can see some stuff here. So Milko, the artist for Very Long Town, who's also in Love Addicted Girls, we'll be mentioning something about them later. But she is doing a bunch of tweets here showing the sort of like the floor by different attributes. So quite quite Yeah, I actually I really like the art on VeryLongTown. I just think it's it's got the long meme, but it's also got it's very stylistic. It's got her own style, and I quite like it. So continuing on with the alpha, here's a look at the NFT collection ranking for Japan, the 1 week, the 7-day volume. We see Murakami at 1, 4, and 5. And there is a bit of alpha that just came out from him. He says, he tweeted here on July 10th, 2022, 11:59 p.m. GMT, we will take a snapshot of Murakami flower holders. Okay, stay tuned to find out what for. So that's interesting because I actually thought that the something was going to be happening with the cats that just came out, the lucky cats. But yeah, here's the same announcement on his Instagram. And you can see that there's a bit of a pop on the floor price for flowers. I think it was in the 2s, and now it's back up to the high 3s. So that's probably related to that, with the snapshot announced in Murakami Lucky Cat Coin Bank. Something's supposed to be coming with that too, because he kind of mentioned that on a recent post. So we'll have to see if those are different things or somehow related. Going back to our ranking, we see we have a new entry at number 2, NEN Studio. The NEN Studio says on-chain oriented AI character NFT brand. And here is the 3K items, 1.3K owners, 076 floor price, 235 volumes. So this just minted the other day. It's already revealed. I think it revealed yesterday. And on the website, so it mentions, yeah, the reveal was yesterday. What is NEN on-chain oriented AI character brand? So they have a lot of stuff planned. I read through it a bit, but it's not totally clear on what that means. I think they're trying to have a little bit of mystery on what that is. But somehow says, please guide NEN. Your words will be the words NEN talks. The attributes you add will become NEN's charm. There's something about each NFT as a gene that somehow holders can influence the learning and settings of the one AI NEN we produce. We call each NFT a gene. Each gene has a set of questions that the holder can write to its recorded properties. So sounds cool. We'll have to find out more about that and update on that later as we learn about it. So at number 3, CryptoNinja partners, holding a very solid 0.65 floor. And quick look at this Ninja DAO Twitter here. There's a lot going on with these guys. So there's the CryptoNinja Partners Jobs mint coming July 17th, 11,000 pieces. CNP owners can mint a maximum of 2 NFTs per wallet. Screenshot, I think they mean snapshot, it's already been taken by the team to identify eligibility. So that's only 10 more days till the release. But that's not all. Where did I see that? Now I've lost the tweet, but was talking about 2 projects, and that was only one of them. Here's the CryptoNinja partners, of course. Oh yeah, the second one also planned for this month is Very Long CryptoNinja partners. As I was saying, the whole scene is very incestuous. So the generative collection produced by the Ninja DAO community, released in late 2020 July, and mint price will be 001. and it's sort of saying how to get on the whitelist. If you are holding some of the CNP projects or roles in their Discord, you can get on the whitelist. And there's one more called CryptoNinja Party. It's a P2E blockchain game. CryptoNinja Party from Japan's leading popular NFT collection, CryptoNinja. Details of the first game NFT sales officially released. So this is also coming out pretty soon. And this is a P2E blockchain game. You can see this is the Hash Palette Global Twitter account. So Hash Palette is a layer 1 blockchain that has been created in Japan. And it says Palette Chain is built for the next generation of entertainment, including music, manga, and animation, sports and esports, games, and NFTs, etc. So this has been in the works for a couple of years. It's here's another announcement about the CryptoNinja Party. And there's another game too, Alpha Masters, which is unrelated. And here's so Animoca Brands is one of the investors in the Palette Consortium, and they've got some other big names too. You can see CoinCheck, OK Japan, Hubi Japan, Ceres, and yeah. So moving right along, we've got next we've got at number 6, new entry, Tokyo Brave Heroes, 89 ETH for the week, and a 2.2 item collection, 540 owners. So that's a little bit on the low side. 08 floor price. We don't have a lot of info on this one. And next one is OP Sumo Club, 20 ETH. So we're seeing these, collections pop up. Again, we don't know much about this one either, but, new entry. This just minted a couple days ago. And here's the art. And 0.174 floor price. This actually has a pretty high owner count, so be interesting to know a little bit more about this community. Only 333 items, but 234 owners. So that's pretty high floor and a pretty high owner count. So we'll try to find out more about this as we move forward. And next, I want to mention Love Addicted Girls. It's 16 here, but there's been some activity. Of course, this is kind of an OG project by NFT Sodan, the group that's doing involved in a lot of projects. But Love Addicted Girls is kind of their main thing. And so there was a big revamp. The art and metadata basically upgraded. So there was a bit of a pump on this recently. It was up over 0.1. I think it might have got as high as 0.1 or 1.5 or so. So interesting to see what's happening with that. And that's it. That's it for my alpha. And
all right. Well, then, per our schedule, we're going to move into discussing a few events. Yes, there was an event just a couple nights ago.
Yeah, we had our third NFTers Tokyo meetup, and very well attended with I think about 60 people at the hotel there. We're the same place, the Trunk Hotel in Shibuya, where the huge Murakami event was last week. So the lounge has plenty of room for 60 people. It's but I can see how fitting 2,000 would be uh, a stretch. We
Yeah,
were very comfortable.
I heard it was really tight in there last week. There were, yeah, thousands. I don't know what the estimate was, maybe 6 or 8 thousand who tried to show up
No,
anyway.
no, no. Well, I heard ranges from like 800 to on the low end to 2,000. But
Oh wow, I
the
heard
I mean,
more.
it's
Okay.
a pretty big lounge. I mean, you could fit several hundred people in that lounge, and then there was a really big. There's a big outdoor patio that they're you can spill out onto. That's also useful. And then I think people were just out on the street around there. So yeah, it was crazy for that. But for our event, it was great. We had, yeah, some great conversation, and we'll have the next one in 2 weeks at the same place, on the 19th. But there's so much else going on. One of the events down in Naha in Okinawa uh, this week is IVS Crypto, and IVS is I think it's initially a kind of venture startup uh, event that's been running for it's in its 14th year, but they've added a crypto element to it, and trying to be part of Japan Blockchain Week. So I think we know Akim's down there. I think Marty went down there too, didn't she, Steve?
Marty went down there as well, yeah. If you scroll down a little
Yeah.
bit, you can
So
see some of the participants, including Akeem is listed as a speaker or as a participant. If you scroll down a little bit, go down to the
there's
NFT section. Quite a list
yeah,
of people there.
quite a bit of stuff going on here. DeFi, CeFi, and Exchange, SocialFi, and DAO. Yeah, I mean, it would be fun to be down there. NFT, yeah, okay. There's Akeem, and I guess Ame Chan from SBI NFT will be there. Yeah, so this is looking like, I mean, there's a lot here. So that's a lot going to be going on down there. And that's only one of the things happening in Japan Blockchain Week that officially kicked off yesterday. And is running to closer to 2 weeks than 1 week, really. So here's so IVS Crypto, Naha's mentioned, and a whole bunch of events here. The Art
I
Fest.
think Neil, we lost you for a second. Could you repeat the last few things you said?
I was just saying there's so many events scheduled here.
And these are taking place. You mentioned the one in Okinawa. Do you have a
Most of them
feeling
are
of the
Tokyo.
most Tokyo? Okay.
Yeah, they all seem to be Tokyo except for that one. But the
Okay.
Naha one's pretty big, so that's pretty cool to see.
Definitely,
Something right
yeah.
at the other end of Japan. And then I just noticed this from Ami Sekiguchi, said lots of blockchain and NFT events, Japan in July. I'll be on these two. So Crypto Art Fest 2020 or 2022 and Wave 3. Had a look at those. So this is happening 11th to 17th. So I guess this is kind of part of Blockchain Week too. Crypto Art Fest. And this one, music NFT event, July 13th and I think this is happening at Womb. So this is the big club in Shibuya. So that'll be cool. And that's it for the upcoming events. And
All right. Well, we'll have everything linked in the show notes after the stream ends. We'll make sure to populate all that in. So if you're listening to this after the live stream, You should find links to everything mentioned down below if you want to check out. If you're based here locally, if you want to check out one of the events in person, or if you just want to follow along with the organizers or presenters on Twitter, etc., the links will be there for you to check out. So I think that brings us to our plugs, rounding things up. Well, before the plugs, just to mention once again, we do have spaces every week, Twitter spaces at 10 a.m. Japan time, 6 p.m. Pacific, and 9 p.m. Eastern in North America. So check that out. We had a really great, I don't know, just a good vibe and conversation going this week. And we're starting to get a lot more, in addition to our Japanese audience, or people who are participating, getting a lot more international voices coming in and making really nice, strong connections with the Japanese community and vice versa. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, a lot of listeners too. We had over 500 on the first day. Replays.
Right. Yeah. Tons of people. It happens a lot actually with our spaces. Tons of people coming in later, whether they've got day jobs or they're busy, or the time difference. Not everyone can join live, but we still had a great turnout live. But yeah, you're right. The replays were through the roof. It was great. Great to see that.
Yeah. So we need to get that happening with our the YouTube videos too. So everybody tell two friends, and get them to tell two friends, and remember to subscribe and like and put on notifications, all those great things, and help us get this thing bigger and bigger, and so we can get more people knowing about what is going on. And there is so much going on here.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we keep saying it over and over again that things are exploding, it's way beyond bubbling at this point. Things are really, really starting to explode here in Japan. And it all seems, like the community, the people involved, all very positive, and people supporting each other, and, the rising tide and all the boats sort of thing. But yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel, leave us a like, turn on the bell for notifications. We're at 98 subs right now. If you're listening and you're not subscribed, let's push it up to 100, and that may be a small start, but everything starts small. So give us a sub, and let's see what else to check out. Twitter at NEKO Alliance. Check us out there. You'll see all the links in the bio to our Discord and everything else that, and of course, this channel that we've got going on. The events we mentioned earlier, we'll be tweeting about those and sharing those over the course of time between now and then. I think that's about it. Of course, we always like to send a shout out to NFT JPN, Sophie-san over there, with just to thank them for everything they're doing and being great collaborators and getting connected with artists here in Japan and different projects, and really getting that inside detail from up and coming people here in Web3. And also big shout out to Hope-san as well, who often joins us, helps out with translation where it's needed. We're trying to, if you've joined our spaces previously, you know that we did a lot of, sentence by sentence translation. We're moving away from that a little bit and trying to focus, well, more than a little bit, trying to focus primarily on English. And, when there is a complicated topic that comes up and we really need to make sure it gets communicated properly, we do take the time to provide translation for that. But it turns out to be very helpful, I think, for everyone involved. So I think that's about it. Gentlemen, if you're good to go, I think we can put a fork in it.
Sounds good. See you all next week. And don't forget to subscribe. We need to get that count up.
Ship it.
All right, thanks for listening. Hit the Web 2 portals. Let's push through into Web 3. And to the nerd in the background running the show, let's let that outro fly. That's a wrap. And now, of course, is our opportunity to talk over the outro. If anyone has anything they want to add. Good joke.